It is a bigger film, and the stakes are a lot higher in this film than they probably ever have been before. And there is a real sense that, this is going to be Harry's last chance to finish this the Voldemort problem once and for all. And the whole film kind of has, I suppose, from hopefully from the first frame, it should have a sense that we are moving towards something momentous. Harry's life has been essentially a journey of survival, a journey of just getting through the next day. I mean, and that's what this film is to a large degree. It's about Ron, Harry, and Hermione. Kind of particularly the first part of the film is about their struggle to even find the courage to get up in the morning. It's because they know every day is going to be hard and full of anger and fear and deep worry. And so it's a tough film for those three characters and their relationships. That was really cool. That was a feeling of real. It was just bizarre because we were in Piccadilly, we were on Shaftesbury Avenue with 300 people all standing completely still, and then action they'd all start. I mean, we were the first film to lock off Piccadilly Circus since American Werewolf in London, I believe, which was about 30 years ago. So it's a very privileged position that we find ourselves in. They all know that the reason they're here and the reason they're on this journey is much bigger than any one of them, or even all three of them, or even all of their friends and their families. It is bigger than all of that. And for 3 17-year-olds to sort of have that maturity and realise that what's at stake is much more important than any of their individual lives, is quite impressive, and is what makes it a very moving story. The fact that these three kids, no matter what faults they have, are ultimately totally selfless and just want the best for they are trying to make the world an easier place to live in for everybody. Harry is, in theory, no different from any other young witch or wizard, and yet I'm the one that stopped him. And so I think it's a deep embarrassment at the fact that this kid is still getting in his way. And so, no, I don't think it's jealousy. And I also think that in terms of things like love and friendship, I don't think Voldemort envies that. I think he just goes... I just think he doesn't see the function of them. I think he thinks of it as quite contemptible and pretty stupid to believe in them as I think he's sort of very practical and doesn't see any necessity for love or friendship. Fleur, Hermione, Ron, and the Weasley twins, and Mundungus all take Polyjuice Potion and transform into me, which means that I had to give kind of impersonations of all those other actors, all those other characters rather, as me. And the thing I was most pleased about was how good I looked in Fleur's costume. There was a sort of glam rock feel to the whole thing. I was, well, in my head at least there was, and that's what everybody told me to keep me sweet on set.